Hello and welcome back to Hearthside. This is episode 7. What are our plans this time? We have some new villagers. We have 3 new people living with us, which is amazing. But we also have another problem. We need more food. That little food garden over here, that's not cutting it anymore. I keep going further and further afield, and though the rich soil is helping keep everything at top-notch growth rate, it just still isn't enough. So, we are going to make a food farm. Then, after that, you know what? Let's take a seat at this little garden area, this picnic area. The other thing we need to go over, the villagers. What they need, what they want. And double checking and studying any type of interesting quirks that they may come up with. We're coming out of the colder weather now, which is great. But that does mean that we will probably want to insulate for heat. Maybe not in this region, but definitely in other regions. We have, for instance, a very, very large cold region over here. And I mean, this has claimed my life a few times. I'm not going to lie, I have died and had to return back for my things. But on this away, we have volcanic areas. Very, very big areas of desert and savanna. So that means we are absolutely going to need to have some weatherproofing on our clothes. I, to be quite frank, am tired of dying to preventable circumstances. Let's talk a little bit about our new villagers and our new friends before we get into building a food farm that automatically makes a little bit of an easy meal for us. We can't go too big because to take care of all of these villagers, we'll need to make quite a few new buildings in our areas. So in all likelihood, I'm gonna probably try squeezing things into random places, like underneath that area. I've got tons of area over here on this retaining wall that if I hollow her out and just take a big chunk of that, I probably could put a, sick bay, infirmary, something like that. By the way, I put this here just to keep me going. I don't know, when I'm working late at night and looking at our village, I run across him, he gives me a fright, and it gives me enough adrenaline to just keep going. Added some streetlights, as you can see. Let's talk about our villagers and what they mean. They mean that we have a responsibility. We invited them here, we gotta take care of them. Now, relationships, as you can see, this feels like it's going to be a pretty romantic thing. I will sum up all these books. This entire book goes over getting married and getting divorced if you need to. And the ways that you would go about that. For instance, most of these people do want a ring. They want a ring, so if you want to give them an engagement ring and upgrade it to a wedding ring later, you can. Now, I am not going to judge anyone who pursues a relationship with a villager. However, I'm married, and happily so we'll put that one away. Now, construction work, and this is by Carl the Builder. It's much shorter, but it basically explains that villagers are unable to build anymore on their own. Even after bringing back a bit of their sentience and sapience, they're still not capable of building. Not sure why, maybe it's anxiety, and I get it. However, there are certain buildings that have requirements, and it's also detailing the fact that you do have to have certain things with certain buildings, with certain space. The last book of this series details the fact that villagers can in fact become infected. It was written by a man named Richard the Zombie. He was cured. Basically, all we need to do is give them a golden apple while they're in the throes. Now, if they're fully a zombie and chasing you around with their arms raised, then you have to weaken them with a potion of weakness and then use a golden apple on them. They'll cure. If they die, there is a way to get them back. That is not something we intend to happen, so hopefully we never have to go through that process. But that you can make a graveyard for your villagers so that later on you may bring their souls back from the dead. I can use this blueprint and manage the buildings of our village, but that will come later. As of right now, I'm going to concentrate on putting our gas mask on first and make a farm for cabbage and carrots and making these cabbage rolls. That'll be simple. We're gonna start up I wouldn't say a restaurant, maybe more of a kiosk to sell these, or rather distribute them. So, do we want a windmill farm? Windmills tend to be kind of hefty. Water wheels are a little bit easier, and to be quite frank, I like the way they look better. For now, we're gonna make up some mechanical harvesters. I don't have enough andesite alloy. Do I have enough andesite to make it? I think I'm going to make 3 of those. Harvesters are pretty simple. You need iron sheets, andesite alloy, and andesite casing. That's going to make us a rather small garden, but that is fine by me. We don't need it to be massive. So, where do we want to put this farm? I do want to break up this retaining wall. It's massive and not exactly very nice, to be completely honest. So maybe I will jut it downwards and then have it coming a little bit more level here. Let me get some dirt, some shovels, and get started on that. Right, so we've lowered the retaining wall a little bit here, and we'll give a little bit of variation throughout that area, and given more space underneath. I still need to decorate maybe this area. I'm not sure if I want to decorate it or if I'm going to end up having a build coming right here. I'm going to place the farm and maybe the little kiosk first, and then I'm going to terraform this area and make this portion look a little bit better. We have a lowered edge here and just a smaller upper edge for our garden in the back, and in the front we'll have our processing. So first things first, we know that our harvesters should probably be out of the way of kind of whatever walking path we have through here, unless we take a walking path through and around here and then continue on. Yeah, I kind of want both. Let's put it on over here, and we're going to be having 3 harvesters coming off of this side. It's a bit more central, and then you can sneak into the front, sneak out this way. Yeah. You know, there is something to make the process of making a farm and judging farmland a little bit easier, and those are called plows. So we're going to start with those. You know what? I'm actually going to have the water wheel be part of the garden and close by. 1, because it didn't look right up there, and 2, because I think it'll be a good feature. So we're going to go over here and place it down. And I might have a stone frog spitting out onto it. Or maybe it should be in the back. Yes, actually. Right over here. All right, mechanical bearing is hooked up now. Next up, plow time. We're going to very simply add some shafts and stuff to this. Let's do some oak slabs for this one. All right, the plows are glued together. So let's get it started. Oh no, it's going the wrong way. Let's do a gearbox. There we go. And now that will plot out where our garden is going to be and hydrate it. Oh, I forgot that they don't touch that center point, so that's excellent. And there we are, a very simple beginning outline for our garden. And now I can just taper it off using stone cobblestone. And then I'm going to put slabs all over these points. Switch out that regular soil with rich soil. Let's place the harvesters on and get it started. And we will plant our carrots and our cabbage seeds. I think I'm going to do half and half and let this be the determiner. The cabbage is growing very quickly now. One thing I forgot to add to this is that it needs a chest to be able to output this sort of thing. So, who got a piece of me? You. Quit. This isn't getting anything just yet, and I'm not very smart because it's not actually pumping it in or out, like we mentioned with our gravel washing system, which I had forgotten entirely. Now remember everyone, if you want it to deposit, you have to actually take things out. There we go, and it's all done, and it'll be moving right along. Now, we got a lot of cabbage seeds. It automatically replants, so we don't need to keep those seeds. I will be most likely composting them on over here, probably, in this little area, that little nook. Hello. I think I want your eye. Moving things into these chests to dispense with them later is always kind of a frustrating thing for me. That endpoint connection is where I have the most trouble. Let me take a minute to work that out. So I've been staring at this for a while, and I think I'm gonna go get distracted. We're going to talk about this blueprint. The blueprint is interesting, and it's part of the villagers, what they need and what they want, like I said. So we're going to head on over to one of their houses. I'm gonna head over to Trine's new house. Oh, on our way, look, I made a terrarium. It's nice. I kind of made it a little bit more desert because that's where I got them, and kept it warm with some lava blocks. There's some hoppers underneath there, and they're collecting all that chameleon mold, because of course that will be useful later. As of right now, it's a little chilly out, but it's not too bad. So hi, Trine, you are sticking around. Wonderful. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this blueprint, we're going to add a building, and then I'm going to say hi. And I'm going to let her know that this is her home now. Hi. And you can move freely. Head on around. Enjoy yourself. I'll assign you a job block later. Is she just going to go up to the nearest lake and go fishing? Please don't fall off of anything. Please don't fall off of anything, Trine. So we are going to do that with the rest of these houses and let these people roam around. There we go. You can see that it calculates who's in it, what's in it, and all of the stuff. I don't know why it talks about potted azaleas and potted fir saplings, but oh well. Let me head upstairs and let our friend know that this house is his. Ooh, it has one of the handcrafted beds. I have to change that out, unfortunately. I'll be back. I will be right back. Give me a minute. Wonderful. We have 2 guards now for our village. One an archer, and one, which is Michael back there. He is just going to wander around with a sword. I think that's excellent. We will need people to protect our homes at night. Also, I keep making mob farms whenever I terraform. There are skeletons underneath this. But anyway, our sugarcane keeps growing, and that's good because I wanted to add some more sails to our airship. I wanted to make some of the purple outline there into a yellow outline just on the edge of that white and separating the purple and the white. The good thing about these cabbage rolls is they don't need a bowl like any of these stews or any of these comfort foods. They don't need any sort of bowls or plates, or pumpkins, apparently. I kind of like the stuffed pumpkin recipe. It just looks interesting, and it's something I've never tried before. All I'm saying is, you just have to deliver the items to a cooking pot, let the cooking pot cook it all up, and then extract it from that cooking pot. With the skillet, it will automatically just pop things into funnels next to them. You've seen me use this piece before. Or maybe you haven't. Let's see if I have a potato. I'll pop that in. And after that potato is done cooking, whoop, right there, and it goes straight into the barrel. We're going to have much the same, but we'll probably have to use a funnel or something to extract from the cooking pot once it's done. In all likelihood, a brass funnel so that it knows to only do that when it's finished and not extract the ingredients immediately. We have 3 villagers in our town. We also have a little town blueprint. Take a look. Ah, that's me. I was wondering what that pink dot was. It's me. We've got Trine's house here. We've got Beau's house here. And we have Michael's house here. And we can look at our villagers and see their family tree. And Beau is married to Heal. Hella? Oh wow, you can click straight out into them. Well, I'm going to need to go and get Hele and Liv from that village because I did not realize Beau was married. Bleakmore? Bleakmore? You called it Bleakmore? How do I change that? Oh, rename village. Oh, we don't have a name yet. I'm just going to say Autumn Hamlet. And that's what it's going to be named until we change it. I am a peasant. We've got 3 buildings. We can have 3 of 22, and I'm not sure if that population goes up as we get more people. So, yeah, we need to build a big house and a storage, but that doesn't need to be until later. In fact, when I go get Beau's family, I'll probably make this into a big house and add some more beds. If I remember right, that's all we need to do is add more beds. Let's see what a big house requires. Big house. It just needs more beds. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can do that in a heartbeat. I suppose that I should build a storage network some point that isn't just my storage network. Later on in this whole thing, we can impose taxes, impose birth limits, or impose a marriage limit. Now, I'm not going to do much of that, I don't think. I may end up doing a little bit down the road. I'm going to have to go gather 2 more villagers. And I'm going to have to see if Beau's alright hanging out there. He's just wandering about in his house, which is fair. He's scared of the elevator. He does not like the elevator. I could make these counters. They look so nice. Alright, I'm gonna go get some calcite. I'll be back. I will be right back.
I need those countertops.
Ryan, why are you all the way out here? I guess the flowers are very nice. Oh, you're a fisherman. You want to fish.
As you can see, calcite ended up being more complicated to get than I thought.
This is a weird dungeon. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh geez. Jeez. Leave me alone. Ooh, this lime scale's nice too. Ah, there's some calcite. Finally! I just wanted countertops. That's all I wanted. You know what? I'm gonna take some of this limestone as well. Rude. Rude. My god, there's a million of you. Woo! I'm heading out. I'm heading out. I'm heading out. I'm leaving. Is that daylight? I think that's daylight. I was going to use my tablet of teleportation, but why would I do that? When I can just go straight up this waterfall and leave. I got calcite. Let's head back home and see what type of loot we've got. And I am going to reconfigure some waypoints because I started getting very confused as to what I'd marked. So I went to get calcite for countertops, some nice countertops, and I got lost. So of course, I got a few extra things, which include all of what you see here, and all of what you see here. I have diamonds in 2 different spaces, and emeralds. Anyway, so yeah. But I got my calcite, and that's what I wanted. I'll go deposit this into our storage system after smelting up everything that needs to be smelted and finding out what those seeds are, and I'll show you that in a minute. Let me get all of this taken care of. Alright, time for the seed pouch. Let's see what we've got. We have iron seeds, that could be useful. Platinum seeds, I have no idea what those are going to be used for. And more creeper seeds. Seriously, I could absolutely never have to deal with gunpowder if I don't want to. That's nice, that's very nice, but I don't know if I'll use them again, everyone. I may literally just farm creepers. So we have breaking news. I was fishing to trying a nice new enchanted fishing pole, and definitely not procrastinating at all whatsoever. And, well, she is right there. And she has a child with her.
Hey.
Yeah, let's talk about your family tree. Oh, her and Michael are married. Interesting. And Kathy is there. Is your name Kathy? Yes. You are surrounded in flowers. Let me not hit the baby. Hi! Aren't you so cute? Oh my goodness, your little suit. Can I pick them up? Oh, you've got a gloomy personality, but at least you're happy. Interact? Pick up. Oh, you're just riding on my shoulder. Look at you, oh my goodness. Well, let's maybe consider taking you both home. And I'm glad that you're married to someone who already lives in town. Amazing. Follow me. I don't want to leave an infant just hanging out in the woods. My goodness, you are adorable. Trine, are you on your way? Alright, that's good news. I was scared there for a second, to be completely honest. I was worried about an absurd thing. I had just given Trine my old fishing pole, and then I start fishing again, and suddenly there's a child. And I didn't know if a DNA exchange had happened, and if I had unintentionally become a parent. Ma'am, wait, your child, your baby. I need to make a crib. I need to make a crib. I need to make a crib. She doesn't have a crib. We need to take care of little baby Kathy. Oh my goodness. Come on, child. Oh no! Oh! It's a good thing babies are invincible. That's the truth here. Infants are invincible. There's no problems. Okay. Okay, baby. We're gonna put you right there. Oh my goodness. Okay. So right there. You can't straight up be next to your mom. All right. So over here. There we are. Baby cage. All right. I have relief in my life. The baby is safe. While I was fishing and definitely not procrastinating, this is what we got, aside from the lavender and the cassava beans, of course, but all of these things are things that we got. Oh. So now that I have shown you all of this, I want to use all of these things. Now I can finally cook up some fish and use these pages with skill. This is luck of the sea. I got a bunch of them. Count them up, there's 6. And now I'm just naturally lucky with fish. I also got a bow with mending on it and a fishing pole with Tombstone Soulbound, Mending, and Unbreaking 3. That is excellent. This fishing rod will never run out. And I was hoping to catch better ones so that Trine could be very successful in her fishing endeavors. I felt a little bad. I didn't want to change their profession if they didn't want it to be changed. And, well, she seems passionate about what she does. So, the little child is going to grow up. Little Kathy is going to be an adult, well, a kid soon, not a full adult for a little while. Michael, you're a father. Do you know that? Congratulations. So I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is that Trine had another child. She has Wally and Kathy now. The bad news is I found out why the villagers do not like elevators or elevator shafts. I will send Sarah down to show you what happened. Well, here is an elevator shaft. This is Bo. What I believe happened is that they tried to operate technology that they were not familiar with, sat in the seat, and the elevator took them down, where they proceeded to suffocate. There's Bo, and there's Trine. Another problem that I'm having is that I know Michael is still alive, but I can't find him. So, effectively, where we sit is that I tried to make a utopia, and, well, now I have 2 children that live with me, and I replaced this with an impromptu and quick staircase because, yeah, I'm going to fix this staircase so that it doesn't look so awful. But, yeah. We had a rough go of it, but I will fix this. The reason I know Michael is still alive is because he still shows up here, but I cannot find the man. He is somewhere. I did make the house that Kathy and Wally are in a big house. All I did was add more beds. Because Michael is a guard, I'm wondering if he's either in one of the areas that I haven't fully spawn-proofed. Oh, it's acting like he's divorced. It's not his fault. So now, I'm going to make a plan. Because death isn't permanent. What I'm going to do is kill the Grim Reaper. I need a scythe so that I can bring back my other villagers. I also must, included with this, kill the End Dragon and kill the Wither. Because what I want to make is a Staff of Life. I can right-click to revive a dead villager. I need a Nether Star, an End Rod, and the Scythe. That's going to be a long-term project. I call it Project Family Reunion. I'm going to do my best to find Michael now. It's acting like he's nowhere on this island. That is not good. Is he in the Nether? Oh, by the way, cleared out the food farm, thought of a really great idea, have to execute it later. Oh, I should have secured the portal before I brought the villagers here. I didn't even think about it. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Are you in here, Michael? You are. Follow me. Naturally, you're depressed. You were in the Nether for a while. My goodness. All right, come and see your children. I'm sorry for the incredibly sad circumstances. Let's talk about the Grim Reaper and the fact that I am not ready to challenge it just yet. I'm going to need better armor. I'm going to need better gear. I'm going to need enchanted things. This is going to be a long-term quest. So I'm going to make a list to keep track of everything I need, which means I'm going to look up what the best gear is and see what we can do. Although this episode has been a little bit depressing, at least I can change my clothes. That's right, we are going to do an outfit change because I absolutely need to put on some morning garb.
I'm very sad that I brought these people here for a better life, and I
killed them immediately. I killed 2 of them. It was my fault. They did not like the elevator. I kept it in. Either way, I'm going to get out a sewing kit and make myself a new outfit. I had just enough diamonds to make myself a full set of diamond armor. And we're going to place it into this sewing table with some chameleon molt, and it will insulate that. You can do this multiple times, and it will insulate it a step more each time. This is adaptive insulation, so I can go to a cooler region and be warmed up a little bit. It's better if you insulate against cold using wool or leather. But because I want just the touch, I can handle the heat and the cold relatively well, or at least I'm willing to go get my stuff after dying. There we are, fully insulated. That should help. There we are, fully armored up. I will be changing out the look of this, but at the very least, yeah, I'm fully armored. Look at all that. Cover me in diamonds. This is my morning garb. This is what I will be wearing until I can kill the Grim Reaper. That requires just a few things. It requires me to get good and maybe get some enchantments on my armor. It requires me to get emerald and obsidian to make an altar, and then I have to kill it. It is very hard to kill. It will be summoning undead mobs, and it flies. Also, you can't hit it with arrows. Very, very rude, but we will get this taken care of. I will have a happy little village. So help me goodness, I will make it happen. The first thing that I'm going to do while getting started on getting good is inferium seeds. I'm going to make as many as I can. 26, that'll do. I'm going to get some rich soil, and we're going to make a quick spinning farm just so we can start gathering this into one place. So let's go back to the basics of Create, because I'm afraid I have been very bad at explaining things. This water wheel is going to be our energy source. That's where we're going to get rotational power. This mechanical bearing will transfer that rotational power. And we're gonna go right here with it and make sure it's facing up. Actually, we're gonna drop it down one. And we're also going to do that with the water wheel itself. I'm going to put a vertical gearbox here. That vertical gearbox will transfer, unlike the regular gearbox, instead of going side to side, it will go side to up or side to down. Then we're going to use our shafts to connect these two. But not quite yet. I'm going to need to glue some things to the top of this. We're going to place our mechanical harvesters, which will automatically harvest and store things on this contraption. We're going to throw down a double chest right here, and then the portable storage interface will go right there. That will transfer, actually, we're gonna move it back one. That will transfer out of this machine. To hydrate our rich soil, we're going to be placing just some water sources very close to that mechanism, the bearing, and I'm going to go grab my plows. Now, this is rotating the wrong way, which means the plows aren't working. In order to make them work, all we'll do is place a gearbox, and that will start rotating it the opposite way, and start replacing all of this soil with rich soil. Except for this one will need a slab to make it all look nice. Honestly, I might take that interface off as well. I think I'm just going to keep this going and taking what I need out of it while it fills. Replace the plows with harvesters. And now this garden will grow and provide me with mystical agriculture beginning processes. It's going to take a while still because this is the lowest form, but I will show you how to make the seeds that are a little more worth it over time. But with that, we have run ourselves out of time. At least we did find the father of our 2 children. He's back there very, very sadly moving about through the town. But we will recover these families. Operation Family Reunion is a go. Thank you for joining me today.